Hi everybody, Laura here for Pinkfresh Studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun project to share with you featuring the Folk Elements die set, and here she is. Now I want to show you something fun about the packaging. There is a magnet that is inside the two little cardstock layers. The dies are pre-cut and they stick to the magnet. That is pretty cool. So I'm going to take this one little folk bloom image from the Folk Elements die set. I'm going to die cut that out of white cardstock. I actually did this 8 times. I'm going to use 4 of the outline and then 8 of the inner bloom parts. So I took a piece of scrap cardstock. I ran some tape runner on it just so I could hold down all these bloom inner parts. And I'm going to color them with Copics. So you could do this, I mean, really, there's endless ways you can use the Folk Elements die set. I originally thought I'll run it through with solid color cardstock. And then I thought, well, I've got all the innards here. They're white. I could just color them. So I used my Copics. I've got my marker caps there if you want to know exactly what colors that I use. You could also use ink blending to color these. That would be quick and easy. You could use your Zig Clean Color markers, watercolors, whatever tickles your fancy, you just go for it. And I actually had a hard time deciding which dies to use because I love them all and they're all so cute, but it's kind of hard to use all of them. You know what I mean? In one card. You got to get choosy. So I chose this one here, and with repetition, it's gonna be Shazam. So I'm coloring these smaller little bloom inner parts with orange. Again, I got the marker caps there if you want to know exactly what colors I use. And you kind of get in the zone. You get in the zone and you blend away. I've got that bit of gradient, darker to lighter, which I love. And then arranging these outline floral in white die cuts onto a cream background. I'm using glossy accents to adhere them down. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just eyeballing it, using my little tweezers to kind of help you. And you really got to be careful not to use too much adhesive or it will ooze out the sides, and that just chaps my khakis. So a lot of times when I use intricate die cuts, I like to use the spray adhesive for that very reason. But there were so many pieces to adhere with this card, I didn't want to use spray adhesive. Plus, I like the idea of adding just a drop of adhesive. That way the die cut can kind of curl and lift away from the card on the outer edge. Gives you a little bit of sass, a little dimension without using foam tape. I kind of dig it. So I'm adhering all these pieces using glossy accents, and I'm on the quest to find the best precision tip for my glossy accents that doesn't get clogged. If you find that miracle working nib precision tip, let me know. So another way I do it is I squirt some on a scrap paper like I'm doing there, and I just kind of dip the die cut in it. And that works as well. These die cuts here are also from the Folk Elements die set, and I did them out of 2 different shades if you can't tell. The top and bottom one are a lighter aqua, and the 2 sides are a darker. Yeah, just to shake it up a little bit and live on the edge. So I'm taking all these extra floral inner parts and just filling in all the gaps to make this Folk Elements design. It's almost like a mandala, if you will. And I love this on a cream card base. And the color combinations are just doing it for me. Now for a sentiment, I'm keeping it very simple. I'm using the Folk Hummingbird stamp set. You can kind of see a peek of that to the right. It's got some beautiful sentiments in it. I stamped sending prayers, and then to finish it off for a little embellishment, I'm adhering a few sparkling clear jewels right in the center of those floral die cuts. And then I had decided to trim that cream card and pop it up onto a white card base because I like the white frame, how it ties into the white die cuts. And this card is finished. I love how it turned out. It's very clean and simple, but yet it's got a lot of sass, if I do say so myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.